Here's a guy I want to talk about, though, with you. And this is currently the guy who is number 11 on the consensus board. And it's a guy who we have talked about very sparingly this spring. And that is prep shortstop Kayson Cunningham. I find him a very intriguing proposition, and I want to make a link and a link to a team that has not been made and get your take on it. Okay, so Kayson Cunningham, we're gonna find out some tea on organizations' draft preferences directly because of Kayson Cunningham. He's going to be 19 on draft day. He's also 5'9", 180, left-handed hitter, right-handed throwing out of Johnson High School, Texas, near Houston. So he's going to give us clues to who discriminates against older players and who discriminates against short kings. He might also have the best hit tool for a prepster in the entire draft class. He hits absolutely everything. It's more gap to gap in terms of power, but he does have pull side power. He's a plus runner. He'll stick somewhere in the infield, likely second base, I think. So what I'm getting, Jeremy, is like a guy with a great hit tool, has a little bit of pop, but is also a bit older. There's been no steam of Kayson Cunningham to the Twins at 16, but he's trickled down the board. This was a guy who was top 5, top 6, top 7 overall for most of the cycle, and now he's in the teens. We know that the Twins value age in their model, but does he make sense? Is he a fit if he were to drop all the way to 16, which might still feel a little bit unlikely, but I'm trying to be creative because we know there are going to be surprises on draft night.
Yeah, I think from a prospect ability standpoint, he would make sense if he was still on the board. Um, from a age perspective, I think that does really kind of set him down the board a little bit. I mean, the old regime, and we're going back a long time. Like Ben Revere was old for his class.
Okay.
Ben Revere was a similar profile here, undersized, not a great arm, plus runner. The twin. It's not like the Twins have never drafted a guy that's been a little bit older, right? Um, I have a hard time making that match. But the reality is if you have a guy that, regardless of when you stack your board, like if he's a top 10 prospect and there's just a couple warts that you got a problem with, you still have him ranked over everybody else, right?
Yep.
And it's not like they're going to take guys off their board for being a month older than somebody else. I can't imagine. But there's a lot to like there, and so I could see it if he fell enough, if he fell all the way down to the Twins, I could see it. I just don't. I don't think there's a match.
Okay, fair enough.